Have you ever said something to someone and wished you could take it back? Maybe you were upset and you responded to someone in a negative manner. If these instances have happened to you, I may be able to provide you with the tools that you need in order to communicate more effectively and to avoid those circumstances. According to Bisha Bhaskar, the author of the article General Semantics and Effective Communication, we can help to create a more understanding atmosphere in how we present information to one another. This is a continuous process that involves telling, listening, and understanding, and the overall awareness of the situation. Let's start with telling. According to the article, try to think about your response before you speak them. Make sure you're being caring and understanding. Try to control your grammar and your language and choose your words wisely. Instead of a controlled response, try to look outside the box and have a conditional response depending on the situation at hand. Next would be listening and use your sensory awareness. Pay attention, be attentive, and focus on exactly what they're telling you and make eye contact. Observe how others are behaving. Listen to their tone of voice, the pitch of their voice, and the loudness. Also make sure you're observant of their gestures. This can help you provide good information on how to respond back to them. According to Albert Moranbin, who is mentioned in the article, approximately 40% of communication is vocal and approximately 60% of communication is visual. Another tool when using general semantics to communicate better is understanding. Try to use an intentional approach and ensure it is appropriate for the situation. Teach yourself to be positive and open-minded and actually understand the facts before you respond. Stop thinking the same way and recycling your thoughts. Again, try to convey a more positive atmosphere and a positive attitude in your responses. Avoid using I and you words and avoid the verb to be. Instead of using a passive voice verb, try to use an action voice verb. An example from the book is a team completed the project by the deadline. Instead of the passive voice verb, which would be, the project was completed before the deadline. The action voice verb actually recognizes the team for the hard work that they have done and again creates a positive atmosphere and also shows that the team worked hard for getting that deadline done. So in conclusion, using the skills of general semantics to communicate, we must be aware of how we say something. We need to learn to listen and pick up on the cues of the speaker and recognize the whole situation. That will help us to understand the situation, respond in an appropriate and positive manner. We need to focus on what is happening in the moment. Be aware of the tools that have been provided to you, and this will help you and I both to become an effective communicator with the use of general semantics.